Ooh, guys, I'm gonna have a book burning party. Why didn't anybody tell me that Rick Riordan also wrote this trashy trilogy on the Norse gods and Loki is the supreme god of evil? Oh my god, and his children get killed, and it's like, why didn't anyone tell me? Was it like everybody was like, oh, she's enjoying Percy Jackson so much, this is so sweet. We don't know how to break it to her. Oh, I went off. I went off. I really went off, and I was just, when I explode, I don't care if you're a god or who you are. If you are in the path of the explosion, you are gonna get it. And Loki just stood there very calmly, because Loki was the only one not getting it, because Loki was the guy who made to look evil, and his children were killed, and I'm absolutely raging. And he's just watching me very, very calmly. It's the form that dresses all in black and has like the super red hair, that path. He's standing there watching me very calmly and watching me rage and blaming every god in the universe for this. And he's just watching me very calmly, waiting for the rage to die down. And Odin made the mistake of trying to help it to work out too well. I cannot be reasoned with when I'm angry. When I go off like that, I absolutely rage and I will attack anything within sight. Except for Loki, because Loki's special. Well, no, sometimes we fight too, because I was screaming at him when he was like, you know, you don't need to be blaming the other gods for this. Because I think I drugged Apollo into it, and I'm like, no, it's Apollo's fault. He's a god of inspiration. He inspires all these people to do this. And look, he's just like face palming. And he's like, oh my god. And then I went out, and I found in the middle of my walkway, I found a dead mouse. And it had like 2 little leaves on it. Like the mice had a funeral. I lost it. I'm like, Apollo can leave, and Apollo can leave now. And Loki's like, oh my god, I don't want to be Apollo right now. And that's like one thing I do. That's why I never work with the Greek gods. When I go into a rage, I don't care who you are. I will just explode. And Loki's watching me, and he's like, oh my god, here she goes. It's been a while. I wonder when this was going to happen. And I did this like 3 or 4 times this recording. I'm finally calming down. And, Loki's good like that. He really doesn't give a crap what people think about him, and he'll use negative press. He's like trying to teach me about having a zen outlook towards negative press for him, but I can't. I just, you know, he's my Loki. And I don't like it when people talk about him. I'm like that for all the gods, so like if he would have done it about Apollo, or he would have done it about Zeus, or he would have done it about Thor, I would have got just as angry. I could punch Snorri in the face for making Thor look like a babbling idiot. I'm just that way. I go off like a volcano. I don't know where I get it from. I've got an extremely bad temper. And it's nothing to take pride in, but it's like, I know it's there, and I only let the temper explode like that when there are no human beings in the vicinity. I figure gods, if they're foolish enough to be around when they know I'm exploding, can take care of themselves because they're gods. And Odin, I think, was just amused and trying to calm me down. Then he's like, yeah, I give up. And, because Odin knew too. Odin knows me very well too. He knew I was going to explode, and he and Thor are vastly amused, and Loki's amused. I think all the Norse gods are amused, because I think they like to fight a little more. And I think the Greek gods are just absolutely horrified at this point. I just went off like a volcano. And Loki doesn't care, and Loki can actually be, to get back to Loki, Loki can actually be the god to help you work through that. Like, if you see something like that, and you go off, and the first thing you want to do is, like, fight with someone, or someone says something at a convention, that Loki can actually be the one to, like, grab your arm before you throw a punch, and be like, now think this through, because, you know, if we make a mistake, and we really floof something up, he will let us fix it ourselves. He's not going to step in and fix it. So if I had, like, saw that at the writers, say, been at the bookstore and seen the writer and read the back of the book and found it out and punched the writer in the face, Loki wouldn't have kept me from getting arrested. And I'm not saying you should hit people, by the way, you shouldn't, but Loki can be the one to actually step in and go, no. Think of what will happen if you react violently. Um, and that's a funny thing. These writers always get him wrong. They always like say like he's quick-tempered, and he's ultra-violent, and he's cruel and everything. And he's actually the one that'll step in and keep you from hitting these people when they say stuff about him. So, he's actually, he's very even-tempered. Yeah, he can have his paths that aren't as even-tempered, but he'll always be the one to show up and calm you down and be like, this isn't worth fighting over. I don't care what people say about me. I'll turn it to my advantage. Don't worry about it. Because he is good at doing that. And I think people mistake that for evil. But he's like, no, if you give him garbage to work with, he'll work with garbage. I doubt we got any Lokeans out of this series. I seriously do, since his children were killed off and everything. But, sometimes that can backfire. Like, the Christians made the devil into the ultimate source of evil. And Christians that just felt like they totally screwed up and had nowhere to go ended up becoming actual Satanists. I mean, actual Satanists, not like atheists that like to have a fancy title. And, you can do that when you make one god like the axis of evil. You end up driving the people to feel shunned to that god. So maybe this did drive people to Loki. I don't know. But I know I won't be reading that series because my temper just went through the roof. Loki's like, oh my god, here she goes again. So yeah. Oh, in other news, I did order the multivitamins. That was before all this happened, and I was very happy to have a fellow around, and I was just like, rrr. And the weird thing was, I found the dead mouse, and he's known for using mice, okay? And it's like nothing like finding the dead icon of one of your gods. Because, depending on, I think I told you guys already, but depending on how you interpret it, he either had mice in his temple, white mice to boot, for either because the mice like chew through the shield straps of the opposite army, or because he can send plague and he sends plague with mice. I don't know. Anyhow, I came back in and I closed the door, and I don't know what it was from, but there was this big bang on the door, and I thought like a bird flew into it. And I went out and I looked at it, and I'm like, But, I hung Apollo's sun sign on there, so, yeah, I know, good God to pick a fight with and blame everything on, but I am not extremely wise when I lose my temper, which is why Loki stepped in and he's like, look, you're looking for a fight at this point. I would advise you, I would strongly advise you not to go looking for one, because, some of the gods, if you're looking for a fight, you will find it. And Loki was like, you need to calm down. You need to chill out. None of this is Apollo's fault. He's an easy target because, he's got inspiration, but this is not Apollo's fault. And it wasn't. It was just, a writer decided, I'm not trying very hard. I now feel he apparently wrote this series last, and I've noticed writers do that. When they do their first series, they work really hard and they try really hard. By their third series, they just don't give a crap. They're going to write whatever they want because they think they are a god. So yeah, I'm okay. Loki stepped in and calmed me down. And this is not Prison Orange. This is my Halloween shirt. It's one of my Halloween shirts. It actually has Bewitched on it that you can't see. But yeah. So, I'm okay. If you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and the next time someone says something about Loki and you want to go off on them and punch them in the face, don't. Count to 10. Try to talk to Loki. Try to be really calm. You can go somewhere else and rage. I don't mean swallow your rage, never get angry. It's good to feel emotions, but don't hit people and end up in jail or something crazy like that. Okay, guys, see you later. Bye-bye.